Hey you guys, we're in the Hasbro booth with Joe Ninivaggi.
Nice, very well done.
And Steve Evans.
That's huge.
And you've had your panel, which is always exciting.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Now, what I always enjoy, every year it seems you guys have your personal passion project that you're just overwhelmed to show everyone. For this year, what was it for you guys?
No, I think that's an easy one.
What was that, Joe?
It was a vehicle we did about 4 feet long and about a foot wide.
Dude, you're living in the past.
Yeah, but you just let me live in it for a little longer. Is that okay?
We'll get to the barge. We'll get to the barge. But in the panel, out of all the reveals, what was the thing that you were sort of like...
Chopper!
Chopper.
Yeah, Rebel stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, how does a show that's finished just kind of live on and get stronger and stronger and stronger and kind of like get into the echelons of classicdom, if that's even a word. But there's so much passion there, but Chopper's wicked.
Well, now knowing what we know now about Star Wars, it's you should be putting out more Rebel stuff in preparation for when the Rebels is saved.
There you go. We got to save.
That's right.
So, save everyone. Everyone, save everyone.
Prince Shizor is saved. You don't know what's going to come back, you guys. So hold tight, hold tight. Out of the figures, what like the original trilogy sort of figures, what were you most psyched on?
Veers. Veers is like it's built from Grand Moff Tarkin in terms of essential body, but adding the armor and the helmet and the likeness is really great. Julian Glover has seen it and he was like, "Oh, this is amazing!"
Nice.
And it was like, "That's cool." But he's really good, and the response to him has been massive.
Well, you know, there's a Twitter account called Veers Watch, and whenever Veers appears in any canon, like in a comic or in a novel, it's a big day
I'm
for
gonna
Veers
check that
Watch. So
out.
you got to check out. I think it's just at Veers Watch.
Veers Watch.
They'd be having a great 24
Veers
hours.
appears on Veers
You'd
Watch.
be very
Wicked.
popular on Veers Watch.
Check it.
One of the characters you're speaking about, Veers saw the figure. One of my friends, Details, that played Tulsite.
The pipe. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Yeah.
You've just got the figure here. When he just heard there was going to be a figure, which I think was through the Hasbro Pulse or the hologram he sent me, and he's in London. He's been in 4 Star Wars films. And he's finally gotten a figure, and he's just like, I've just been crying.
Oh, nice.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So,
maybe he can go and buy one. No, I mean, I will give him.
Oh, no. Don't worry. I think
I saw that on your
I think
feed.
he'd queue up for it.
That's brilliant.
He'd queue up for it.
Well, that's the good thing. Like with Solo, because it was a spring movie, we've got like, a nice tailwind to kind of get to those more unusual characters. So
yeah.
He told Sight was a good one.
In that, is it like you're just bringing out a Val and a Rio Durant, and sadly, they are characters that have passed in the Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
Do you guys get any input from Lucasfilm at what characters are like...
Gonna snuff it?
Like, these guys might be in another film, and these guys are definitely not going to be in another film.
Yeah, Rogue One was a tough one in terms of dealing with that. So everybody dies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it was tough.
I've seen it a couple times. You got a power outage
sorry,
here?
that was
wow, there we go.
Wow.
Disco, it's disco. Yeah, it's just in honor of those people that have passed.
That is very in memoriam.
Yeah,
that's great.
know. Yeah.
But do they give you any guidance with that, or?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things within the story that we don't get to know or don't get to see, and rightly so, because they have to tell their story in the way that they want to. But yeah, they'll let us know who's in and who's out and who to focus on.
And does that affect where you're positioning them? Because, like, in my head, like, if a character's going to die, much like Paige in The Last Jedi, get him out first, because maybe later on people are like...
Well, Paige is a good example.
Yeah.
So she had a really, I mean, to be honest with you, Paige was probably one of the best sculpts we did in that first line with the outfits and the tubing and stuff like that. So she was out in wave 1. So
now,
Clone Wars no one ever dies, do they?
No. Clone Wars announcement, which that caught you guys by surprise, or?
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah, we knew something was in the works in terms of they were thinking about stuff, but yeah, we didn't know they were going to necessarily announce it today. Yesterday.
Can its fans expect some 3 3/4 inch or some 6-inch Black Series Clone Wars action?
I think they probably can.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. As we know, we didn't know too long ago, so give us some time to have a little think about what we need to do, and I'm sure they'll tell us.
Next year is 2019. Have you been watching any prequels in anticipation?
I have. That was the year I started at Hasbro, so I'm feeling really bloody old. So, yeah, prequels. There is some prequel love going around.
Yeah,
there is.
A lot.
And we said on our...
Yeah, we said in our panel that you definitely expect it. We got some other shows this year. We're starting to try to do more reveals internationally, so stay tuned. You'll be happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of international, my my friends down in Australia.
Yeah.
I want this Sail Barge.
Yes.
Is there any chance?
Yes. So we were in a hangout, and we said that this was going to happen, and I could confirm that in spring of next year, we're going to make a limited quantity available for markets outside of U.S. and Canada to make sure that you guys can get them.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and we're also working so that future HasLabs, you can participate in the actual crowdfunding.
Okay,
so,
great.
Yeah, so definitely coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. There's a way of doing it.
Now, how tense was that? How was it? A month?
45 days.
45 days. Were you confident?
Seconds?
Were you confident? Was there any times like at the 3 weeks where you're like, come on guys, we're studying the way crowdfunding normally goes hard at the start and then at the end? Like
it followed the trajectory pretty faithfully.
Yeah.
But it was an emotional roller coaster because it's like Mark Boudreau has like already designed this, and it's like I am not gonna let him not be able to make it. Like, I couldn't see that man cry.
One of the coolest things I saw when you revealed it, which I think was in New York.
Yeah, New York Toy Fair. Yeah.
There is a photo of everyone gathering around taking photos, and then you can see Mark in the background, who designed like all the Millennium Falcons from like the 70s onwards, just with this. Like the grin of an 8-year-old on Christmas Day, and I was like, "Oh, bless."
He's such a wonderful man. He's so humble,
really
and it's like it's all right, Mark. You can have that proud moment. You can swell a bit. That's fine.
Now, I am concerned, even for people in America, when photos come out of this thing fully finished and with figures in it, that there's going to be a lot of regretful non-purchasing. Is there going to be any extras offered?
No.
No.
We meant it. If you're in the U.S. and Canada and you did not get on board, shame on you. That's it.
Hard but fair.
It is the truth.
I like it a lot.
It is the truth.
Pretty impressed that you brought out like little play sets. I like anything where you
can. There you go.
Put figures in, and it sort of harkens back to the old vintage play sets that I think were done through Sears.
That is Steve's pet project. That is it.
That is it. I mean, we did the BB-8 playset, which has great features last year, but it had a decent price tag, and it was like, okay, how do we do this in a way that everyone can play with it? And I know that because they're $30 and $40, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're pretty big, and they're using playboard, which is like a really, really thick stock. So you kind of put it together, and it's pretty robust. Like if you jump on it, it's going to break, but it's like, and it harkens back to that Bespin playset that I never got.
I think in the history of toys, the trampoline is the only toy that you can jump on without breaking.
That's true. And we have to put that in the disclaimers as well. It's just ridiculous how we have to do that.
And sadly, sometimes you can break it.
Yes, you can.
Steve's famous when he shows this to people. He's famous for just beating it with his fist and showing it.
It actually really hurt my hand the last time I did that. But yeah, so old school. It's cool. So hopefully the kids will enjoy it, and the older collectors can kind of get a kick out of just laying out. It's 360, so you can turn it around and get the scenes.
It's good to have something to set up your figures in and makes it a bit more dynamic. Can we expect any other sets? Do you know what I mean?
I'm hoping. I mean, this is an exclusive. The Kessel one is through Target, and the Vandal one's through Walmart. So I'm hoping that it's like a test bed.
Yeah.
Like, does well. Great. That's a great way of doing it because it's a good consumable toy.
Because has anyone ever mentioned like doing a playset about the Death Star?
No. One's ever mentioned it.
I will just mark that down as a Steele suggestion, you guys. Now, for the first time ever, you guys had to bring out 2 separate ranges of movie figures within 6 months.
Yes.
Did that like change your workflow in a huge way, or like it seems like it's something that used to be spread out 3 years.
So from my point of view, yeah, I mean the cadence of movies since Force Awakens launched is pretty intense. So yeah, from creatively that's a lot of work to do. But we always put the same amount of effort, whether it's coming off a movie and kind of just continuing it, or whether it's ramping up for another one. So there's probably a little bit more emphasis, I would imagine, on ramping up for a new one, but just in terms of the amount of stuff we do and stuff, it kind of changes around. But actually, it keeps it interesting. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's like, something fresh, something different. Yeah.
Is there anything that, if that happens again, you might sort of do differently in the rollout? Anything that maybe you learned along the way of doing those sort of 2 movies 6 months apart?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, like Steve said it. We support each movie pretty much with equal weight, whether it's an anthology film or if it's a trilogy. And I don't think there's much different. We're always trying new things and introducing new segments or changing things within Black Series or Vintage, but No.
And we haven't seen the end of Solo yet, so you've still got a lot of stuff coming out in the fall. So that kind of tail as we ramp up to Christmas, you know, the holiday season, it'll be interesting.
Yep.
Nice. I love the all the Solo figures on the vintage cards look like amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good.
What about this one? I've asked you this before. This is my dream item.
I was going to ask it again.
Retro vintage new figures. I want like a vinyl cape Snoke. Do you know what I mean? I want a Kylo with a telescopic lightsaber.
Well, that could be cool.
Yep.
Can you make me some bad toys that I'm going to love?
I will make you some rubbish figures. Yeah. I know, there's something about that. There's something about that look that'll never go away.
That would get me very excited. For 2 years, I bugged you guys out about the Force Awakens Luke, right?
Yes, you did.
You fulfilled that. I'm very happy. Have you seen him? You had. The campaign begins now. Where's my Crait projection Luke? How long do I have to wait? How many Comic Cons do I have to ask the same question?
Well, the situation's pretty similar. Like, we didn't know that was going to happen until we sat in the movie with you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's just like, oh, look. Look at that. That's pretty amazing.
Has anyone sculpted him with a haircut? No.
No, it's like, wow.
Yeah, very behind schedule on this one.
So we'll get to him.
Nice. A vintage carded Crait Luke would...
Pretty cool, huh?
It would make this little boy's heart sing.
There you go. All right, well.
And we also always like to know from guests, what are you most looking forward to in Star Wars? Now, coming up, we've got the Clone Wars coming back. We've got a TV series. We've got Rian Johnson trilogy, Episode 9. What are you guys holding out for?
I'm most excited to see what Favreau's thing is going to be. I mean, that's just like total, skunk works. I have no idea, and he's awesome. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to result in.
I love a bit of ambiguity.
Yeah.
Like, literally not knowing what's coming up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm proud and sad and happy that the Skywalker saga is kind of come wrapping up, because that was my childhood. But it's like, okay, beat that. Like, what's next? Like, where are they going to go? Are they going to go in the future? Are they going to go way back? I don't know. We literally don't know. So
nice.
that little kind of like fanboy sort of, God, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
I think that's what I like.
Yeah. I would love for there to be just some new vehicles that you guys can pump out, all new sort of like ships and stuff, new molds that like it's great seeing like variations of TIE fighters and X-Wings, but I'd love to see like some new plastic out there.
Yeah.
You guys
like what's the next iconic Star Wars vehicle? Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much.
You're welcome, as always.
I feel like you're on a high at the moment. You're doing
good.
well.
Thank you very much.
So, and it's always good to catch up with you.
Seal of approval.
Likewise.
Cheers.
Thanks.
See you, man.
Thanks. Hey you guys, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more Star Wars videos coming from San Diego Comic Con this week, and may that Force be with you.